Yo, what's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Let me go back there right quick. Fam, if you're outside of the U.S., I got to say this again because my people, my international people, have not been chiming in lately. I know you're watching. I need you to drop a comment. I need you to let me know that you're watching me so that I can see what kind of progress I'm doing. I got to know you're with me. I don't want to just be out there talking to Spain or Africa, or any country in Africa or something, and y'all just be silent. You got to let me know you're with me. Let me know. Give me an amen or yeah, I hear you or something, thumbs up or something, right? Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you be in the loop. Going straight in, fam, we got this Portland mayor who authorized all lawful means to clear protesters from occupied area on Mississippi Avenue. He dead serious. So what's going on out in Portland? Well, the house has been the site of protests for months as demonstrators rally against the eviction of a Black and Indigenous family. This family has been in this house for 65 years. Imagine that, family. This is your family home for 65 years. The family claims that the banks have used some trickery to try to get them out of their house. They say that they paid their mortgage on time all the time. And what's crazy is that the bank have been this company that they're claiming that have used this trickery to try to swindle them out of their home has already been sued for hundreds of millions of dollars. But moving on, Portland police said that the officers joined the Multnomah County Sheriff's Office at 5 a.m. on Tuesday in a property mission to retrieve private property and resecure a home in which the occupants were previously ordered removed by court order. Law enforcement arrested at least 7 people Tuesday before protesters outside the home repelled law enforcement from the area. They repelled law enforcement. I like the use of repelled. It's almost like they're roaches. Repel it. Hit them with the repellent. Bam, bam, bam. Repelled law enforcement. So by Tuesday evening, over 100 demonstrators had gathered around the house, and they actually ran the police off. Yeah. So, of course, the bank, the mayor, he got a little sideways about it. He ain't like that. So he actually put a tweet out saying, "I am authorizing the Portland police to use all lawful means to end the illegal occupation on North Mississippi Avenue and to hold those violating our community's laws accountable. There will be no autonomous zone in Portland." All right. Okay. Laying down the law. Laying down the law. According to a website for the North Portland home, the home was foreclosed in 2018. The Kinney family, Kinney, who had lived in the home for 65 years, said they paid their mortgage on time and challenged the foreclosure stemming from a web of complex maneuvering used by the banks to buy and sell mortgages. The system known as the Mortgage Electronic Registration System. Y'all need to pay attention to this, fam, because this could affect you also. This system is called the Mortgage Electronic Registration System, has been the target of a litany of lawsuits at the state and county level across the country, including a $160 million lawsuit that I told you about earlier, brought on by Multnomah County. The lawsuit was settled in mediation for $9 million, a measly $9 million in 2016. An additional 11 Oregon counties sued MERS the same year. So After losing a federal lawsuit in the District Court of Oregon last year, the family appealed to the 9th District Court, which denied their petition. So last month, they filed a writ to the U.S. Supreme Court, a formal request for the court to review the lower court's decision. A Matoma County judge authorized the Kinney family eviction in September. Since then, activists have worked to put up a 24/7 eviction blockade around the home. Activists, hell yeah. Activate, come together, community. Yeah. And them activists are determined. Did y'all see the blockade? The family was like putting up stuff all around the windows and stuff like, no, you will not take this home. People going to jail, people mad. So they put up this eviction blockade around the home, and it's come to be known as the Red House on Mississippi. An online fundraiser for the group has raised over $40,000 so far. So most of the people arrested Tuesday faced trespassing charges. One individual was also charged with resisting arrest. So how do y'all see it, fam? Y'all with the city or y'all with the people? Hold on. I got to rephrase that because that don't sound right. Because it seemed like you're supposed to always be with the people, right? But who's right in this case? So who do you think is right here? Should the county evict this family based on the court order? Based on a court order. Should they be evicted? Should the police be showing up to the house to get rid of them? Because that's what they say. They say, we are acting on court orders here. The court has told us you must evict these people and by any means. So we're just following orders. What I say to that is Hitler's henchmen were just following orders, right? There were known Klansmen in many towns across America who were in powerful positions where they worked in law enforcement, be that a sheriff, a deputy, even a mayor. People were just following orders. These people that were out here lynching folks, these uncivilized mutts, were just following orders. They said, I'm just following orders. At what point do you follow your heart? Because I just feel like sometimes when these people say they're following orders, they're really following their heart. They're really, because there's been times when maybe you had a job before and your supervisor or your boss asked you to do something that was unethical, or it was something that you thought was not right. And you stood and said, no, I'm not doing that. You could say, well, hey, I was just following orders. But you knew it was wrong. And you stood on it. You said, I'm not doing it. Period. Do what you got to do. I'm not doing it. And this is why I know what the police is talking about is game. I've seen police officers turn their back on their mayor of the city, their mayors, their bosses. I've seen them turn their back on the chief of police. So if they wanted to, they could take a stand and say, no, we're not doing that. I don't care what you do. I don't care what you say. They could use that same power, that same leverage that they use to not follow certain orders when they feel something is racially charged and they don't agree with it, that they use, they could use that same type of energy in the case of certain evictions. I believe the family, personally, I believe the family. I believe that the family paid their mortgages on time. They was in the house 65 years. You don't get a run that long and don't take care of your business. What concerns me more than anything is that how in the hell are you in a house for 65 years and it's not paid off? That's what's throwing me off more than anything. Like, that house should have been paid off, at least twice. I'm assuming that they maybe taking some second and third mortgages out on the house or something. But that is a shame that somebody live in a house for that long and they get evicted. There's a such thing in life called moral flexibility. And people that don't have moral flexibility scares the hell out of me. In this case, moral flexibility should kick in and they say, you know what? I know it's the law. I know a judge ordered it, but you know what? We're not going to do that. We're not going to evict these people. We're going to give them a chance. We're going to help them get some special financing or a program to help them out. This is a very rare case. This is an oddity. This is not the norm. Now, don't expect us to do it for everybody, but this is one of those cases where we're not going to do that. A judge could have done it. A judge, it didn't even have to get this far. A judge could have said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna give them more consideration. I'm gonna give them more time to get it together. This ain't something we normally do, but I'm gonna do that in this case. In fact, somebody, I don't know whose authority that would fall under, but somebody, involved in law enforcement could have hit up the bank and said, look, we have an issue right here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, y'all get this together, it's going to be a problem. We're gonna come and holler at you. Not going to try to tell y'all how to do business, but in this situation right here, we're going to need y'all to do something different. Now, look, fam, also, the county has actually sued these same banks. The county has sued the same banks that the family is going to court behind. So I guess it's every man for himself in this situation, huh? I guess the county like, look, man, we're going to pay for our legal fees and deal with our situation on our own, and y'all deal with y'all's. But right now, we need you out of this house. It's a cold game, man. Going into the comments. Brian Watkin, what's that? Watkin, yeah, they don't want people of color here, sir. Oh, so you live out there, huh? Yeah, well, Portland, Oregon, but fam, they've been there for 65 years. So obviously they made an exception with them, right? 65 years. But that goes to show you can never get too comfortable. Can't get too comfortable. Let's see. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the property tax thing. Yeah. The house could be paid off, but it could be a situation where they didn't pay their taxes, their property tax. But that's not the situation, Pamela. That's not the situation, because they said, I mean, if it was a tax issue, they wouldn't be talking about how they paid their mortgage year after year after year. They paid their mortgage on time. I believe this is something directly that deals with the banks, because their beef was with the bank. They're saying that the bank swindled their property away from them. That's what they're saying. Yeah, I believe property taxes should be a thing of the past also. You know, you know, that's, to me, that's like, yeah, you know, you own it, but you really don't. You're gonna have to pay us for owning your house for life. Imagine buying a car and never, ever, ever finish paying for it. Even when they say you own it, you still got to pay. You still got to pay for it. What's the difference? When you buy a car and you pay it off, you're done. Why isn't it like that with homes? Don't tell me nothing about property taxes, because they can switch that stuff around as far as like paying property taxes for schools and stuff. Hell, these days, half the people that live in school districts don't even have kids. They don't even benefit from paying the taxes to the schools, because their kids don't even go to the schools, or they may not even have kids. Hell, I paid taxes for like 5 years in a district that my kids didn't even go to school in. My kids went to private school, so I never even benefited from any of that. I was paying for other people's kids to go to school. You know, it wasn't always like that. But one day somebody woke up and say, look, I know how we can get some extra bread out of these folks. Yeah, they own the property, but, and it was probably wasn't even intended to happen the way it ended up happening, like where we are now, where, you know, it's just a thing where you pay property taxes for school and this and that, you know, water, utilities and stuff, you know. It probably wasn't even like that, where you pay mud tax and all this stuff, county tax, state tax, city tax, local tax. It probably started off as a straight up shakedown. Look, you want to live here, we're going to tax you. You don't want no problems, pay us a tax. Somebody probably woke up one day and said, man, we're going to have to smooth this out. You know, this is too gangster. This seems like it's too gangster. So let's figure out another way to do this. Somebody came up with, hey, let's tell them you have to pay property taxes for using the courthouse, schools, hospitals, oh yeah, and in certain places we're gonna make them pay a property tax. We're gonna make them pay a tax we're gonna make them pay a luxury tax. Some places you pay a resort tax. Well, what if they fight back? We'll just put them in jail or kill them. After we kill one or put one in jail, you know, they'll get the message. You politicians, fam, watch him. Allegory set forward says, property tax on breathing coming next. Man, I wouldn't doubt it. I would not doubt that they would put a property tax on oxygen, property tax on clean air. Wait a minute. Well, I thought that was covered on the property, like all the other things that's happening. No, clean air is something different. You want this air to be clean, you got to pay for that. Yep, that's right, Robert. We're letting this happen. We're too divided. That's exactly. But that's how they do it. They get us focused on all the other stuff like race, class, region, gender, sexual orientation. Get our asses to fighting over all of this stuff while they're over here sticking it to all our asses. They getting all of us. We over here just waking up every day falling right for it. That's how they do it. That's how they do us, fam. Get us to squabble. We preoccupied squabbling over trivia stuff and things that we can't control. Think about what I'm saying, fam. You can't control race. You can't control a person's sexual orientation. You can't control who a person chooses to date. You can't control where a person lives. All of these things we're fighting, that we bicker over daily, we can't control. Meanwhile, they're over here running the hustle, getting paid, coming up with the next hustle. Think about it. Americans are divided on in every way you can think of. Race, gender. It's like we don't run out of shit to get divided on. Even before you even start getting the race and gender and religion and class and education, rich, poor, all that. Even before you get to any of that stuff, we're divided by streets, neighborhoods, side of town, north side, south side, east, west, what's the best? Then within the state, you have city rivalries, right? And then outside of the state, you have state rivalries. What state is the best? Then outside of the state, you have what region is the best? Is it the South? Is it the East Coast? Is it the West Coast? It's the North. It's Midwest. That ain't enough. So you know what? Let's throw some sports teams in the mix. Now we fighting over what sports teams. It's wild, fam. Going back to the cities. You got the block in the neighborhood. What block? You got the parks. What park is the dopest? Whoever live near a certain park. Then you got the schools. What school in the neighborhood is the best? Then besides that, it's like what you extend it. What school's the best school in the city? Then you go outside of that, it's the county. Then you go outside of that, it's the state. Then, okay, what on national level? It's just competition. So America is just one huge, it's just a competition. Everything is a competition. Even when it comes to gender, it's a competition. I see so many women want to do what men do, and so many men that want to do what women do. I mean, they get jealous of each other all the time. It's ridiculous. But it's all of that divisiveness. While these fools over here that's pulling the strings, getting paid, counting that bread, and laughing all the way to the bank, literally. What's up, Theodore Young? Facts over fiction, Tito Sanders. What's up, Stacy Lester? Appreciate you, Stacy. Show Kings, Chaos Capitalism. End the madness, end secret societies, end problems. End secret societies, end problems. Huh. That ain't gonna happen. Personally, fam, I think we're too far gone, you know. I think we're too far gone. I think we've given up too much power. We've given up so much power that we can't even stop giving up power. We've just given up so much power. We've given up so much power that we don't even have the power to give up more power. To not give up more power. We don't even have the power. Or we don't have the courage. What's up, Solomon? All right, fam. A few more shout outs and then I got to shut it down. I know this is a quick one, but my daughter's in town, fam, and I got to go get with her. Go check out a movie. You know what I'm talking about? All right, fam. I appreciate y'all joining. I really hope that the Kenny family can hold on to their house. With all these people fighting for them, riding for them, they seem like wonderful people. So I hope everything turns out right for them. It don't look good right now, but I tell you what, fam, we do wonders when we come together. If you think about it, I won't go as far as saying is that America's been great for Black people, but I will say that America as a whole has always been best when we come together. And an example of that is how we respond in crisis situations, right? Anytime there's a crisis, you ever notice how everybody's just speaking to everybody and we're all coming together because we all realize that this shit is bigger than all this little petty shit we've been tripping on. This shit is big, man. We just got attacked. We got attacked. The whole country, we know it can go down with any one of us. As a flood happens, we're all trying to survive. And people just like on a different, the spirits are lifted. People are just on a different level. When there's a flood, you know, there's a hurricane or something, everybody fighting, we all trying to survive. That's when we realize, man, all that shit done, none of that shit matter. Like what happened right now, what matters right now is that we survive this storm. That's what's important, right? But soon as we get past the storm, we create the storm. We get right back to it. All right, let's get back to this racist shit. Okay, let me get back. Let me reset. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's get back to the gender war. Let's get back. Let's get back to the old regular old ass hating shit. Oh yeah, let me get back to hating, man. Let me get back to hating. I like to hate on niggas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let's get back. You know? I don't know, fam. We got work to do. That's all I can say. Until next time, fam, I appreciate y'all joining the podcast and checking me out. Until next time, fam, no more talk.